As the college lacrosse season draws near, we're taking a look at where some teams left off. After a disappointing 2018 season, the Marist men's team returned in 2019 to shock the league, finishing 6-1 in conference play. The most memorable of it all? The thrilling takedown of Quinnipiac in the MAAC championship game. The Red Foxes were able to keep up with the Bobcats from start to finish, thanks to strong goaltending by Jake McGregor behind a senior-heavy defensive core, ultimately leading Marist to the 15-14 win and clinching their first NCAA playoff berth since 2015. The Red Foxes, under the regime of Keegan Wilkinson with a career record of 68-57 over the course of 8 seasons with Marist. During those 8 seasons, Wilkinson has led the Red Foxes to 2 MAAC championships, 4 straight MAAC championship games, and has been named a 3-time MAAC Coach of the Year. Our own Travis Eldridge is with Coach Wilkinson right now.
So we're now joined by head coach Keegan Wilkinson. Keegan, you guys were a young team last year. I was looking back, I almost forgot how young you were with so much coming back. What did it mean for that group in particular to win that MAAC championship and have that moving into this season?
Yeah, I think it was obviously a huge year for us, and having a ton of young talent on the team was really impressive because it was a year in which we were picked 5th in our conference, which was kind of uncharted territory for us. We'd usually come in, in the top couple of teams in the conference. So to be picked 5th was a little rare for us, and definitely motivated the guys to show up to work every day, regardless if we were young on offense. We had a ton of returning guys defensively, so some great leadership there and some hungry guys for sure. So we were excited to come out and piece it together as the year went on and get some experience.
In order to go from 3-12 in 2018 to 10-7 and just 1 loss in conference, there's got to be something that happens there in the turnaround. What did you attribute the turnaround to?
Yeah, I think the biggest thing in the turnaround was once we got it all kind of squared away offensively. It was about putting the puzzle pieces together there, and we knew we had some really good young players, but we wanted to make sure that they earned everything, just like the guys that had come before them. And just tremendous leadership from a junior captain in Joe Tierney. About halfway through the season, we moved him to midfield and placed Jamison Embry, one of our freshmen, at X-Attack for the first time as a full-time starter. And that's when it really started to click. We really started to hit on all cylinders, and it took a lot of pressure off of our defense, which was a veteran group. So I think once we were able to give the team some confidence knowing that we could produce offensively, and a guy like Joe Tierney, just being incredibly humble and being a guy that started for us, saying, I'm going to do what's best for the team and I'll play midfield if that's what's best. And you watched him, he had 7 goals in the MAAC conference tournament and was the tournament MVP at the end of the year. So just really proud of the guys for buckling down and staying motivated throughout the whole year.
You piece everything together last year. You win the MAAC championship. Now the thing is you got to bring back all those pieces and the youth that had experience early and teach them how to replicate it again. What was the message in the fall as you guys get ready for 2020?
Yeah, when we got back to fall, it was right back to business. And I think that's one of the great things about this group is they were motivated to build off last year's success. There wasn't a ton of celebration or talking about it. This is a brand new year for us, and I'm really fortunate to have 2 great assistants, Dave Scarcello and Tyler Perrell. Tyler's in his first year for us. So it was just great to get back to work and for us to show that, we were motivated to build off last year, not sit here and celebrate it and talk about it. We were able to have a ring ceremony in December, which was great, where everybody came back to celebrate. But that was really the one time that we talked about it. It was all about, taking it up another notch now and making sure that we're representing the school and our program and our alumni to the best of our ability. And that comes with a workman-like attitude where we get up and we lift 4 days a week and practice. We end our day, 4 days a week on the field together. And I think that's something that, our staff is really excited that the guys were just, let's get back to work and let's continue to move this thing forward.
You already mentioned Jamison Embry, who is a freshman. He also has a twin brother who was also a freshman last year in Hunter. Yeah. Both of them top 6 on your team in scoring a year ago. What's the dynamic like of having 2 twins who are playing on the same side of the field?
Yeah, they're characters for sure too, Hunter and Jameson. So they keep us on our toes, and they're great kids. They're both actually 4.0 students, so they're crushing it academically, and they're lacrosse rats. And I think having brothers on the team is not something that's abnormal to us. We actually have 3 sets of brothers in our program now, and another guy coming through the ranks next year, and another set of twins coming in. So, you know, it's something that we're really proud of. People talk about having that family atmosphere and things like that, but to see the dynamic between those two, particularly on the same side of the ball, it's really special. And Hunter has a knack for finding Jameson as a midfielder, feeding it down to the attack, and some plays where you've never seen a pass or threading the needle like that in a short time, or different situations where they certainly have some sort of connection that we can't teach, and we certainly can't take credit for.
Always good to have those built-in connections before they even step there on foot on campus. When you guys have so much success with so many young pieces in one year, you have to feel like maybe the sky is the limit for a group, especially with the core of freshmen and sophomores that you had a year ago. What are the goals, and do they change at all, knowing the success you had with such a young team last year?
Yeah, our goals certainly don't change. You know, it's to get to the conference championship and win the conference is a goal every year. It's one that we don't talk about a ton in the program. The guys just know that that's the expectation, and we're grateful to have had alums come through this program and that have set the bar that high to make the conference championship 5 of the last 6 years. It's an untalked about thing where the guys know that that's our goal, but now it's to continue to raise that bar a little bit higher, and, you know, just continue to push forward with what we can do, and hopefully, you know, have the opportunity to compete for a championship again this year in a really tough conference, and get back to the NCAA tournament, and hopefully put together a performance that, you know, everybody could be proud of around here, and hopefully advance into the next round.
Well, Coach, we're looking forward to seeing you guys back in action here in 2020. We appreciate the time. Enjoy the new year, and we'll catch up again soon.
Yeah, thanks so much, Travis. I appreciate you having us on.